Hi, Kendra. How are you doing?
Good. How about you?
Good. It's nice to see you again. It's always so nice to see you. I love working with you. I hope it's been a good experience for you.
It has. I know that I've never really gone to therapy or seen a psychiatrist before. So for the first time ever doing this in my life, it was pretty cool.
Good. I'm so glad that you see the value in it. I think that's huge. It's huge strength, especially at your age. A lot of kids don't see the value of therapy, but you were so brave and brilliant to give it a try. I think that says a lot about you.
Thank you. I'm
Yes,
trying.
I see a lot of growth in you, Kendra. And as you can see, this is our last meeting. It's a bittersweet moment, right? But the good news is that we're going to go over all of the really bright things that you've done in treatment, all of the good things that I have seen in your progress. I think it's important that you know what to do moving forward in your life. Therapy is meant to be like a temporary thing, a temporary healing. So then whenever you go out into the, big world, you have your set of tools that you can use to always feel at your best. And then again, if you ever need to come back for another reason or the same reason, I am more than happy to see you again. Okay?
Thank you for that. That makes me feel a lot better.
Good, yes. And I know at the beginning of treatment, you were a little, scared because you're like, I don't want to be treated like a kid. And I hope that um, that wasn't the case while you were in therapy and you really felt like there was that level of respect. And again, as in your age, I think you're a strong, resilient individual. And I really see a lot of potential in you for whenever you graduate high school and even now. We're going to go over that, okay?
Thank you. It means a lot.
Yeah, is there anything that you wanted to add about your entire treatment or anything that any comments you wanted to say before we look over your progress?
Um, Not much, but I do want to say just thank you a lot. Especially since I switched around, went to walk my dog, and it kind of just been helping me get up in the morning. Sometimes I just don't feel like doing it, and being able to walk the dog in the morning and going for my mindfulness walks and just being able to explore, plants and animals during that time just helps me just, you know, start the day fresh and with just a positive mindset. So I really
That's
appreciate it.
that's awesome. No, thank you again. This has been a great experience working with you. You're such a brilliant young woman, and I really see you not only doing that now, like practicing what makes you feel good, but I see that in the future for you too. I think as you grow older, you'll find more coping skills. So thank you. I really appreciate you showing up every single time. It shows that you have ability to be consistent, not only in treatment, but if you are consistent, like showing up to different, over and over to something that means a lot to you, you see a lot of results from that.
Hmm.
Okay. So that's good to know. And again, we're going to go over everything you've done. So I remember we talked about when I first met you that you were missing your family a lot, that you wanted to be reunified with them. I know that that is still not the case and you are still in foster care, but tell me a little bit about that and what has helped you according to the homework assignments I gave you. How have you been dealing with that?
Yeah, I've been doing much better. I still miss my dad here and there, but my foster parents, with that cooking, I didn't know that it would help me just connect with my dad, after he passed. And, we kind of just I pay my respects and I cook, foods that he really liked. And, it just helps me just be closer to him during these times.
That's good. That makes me so happy. That makes me so happy. It's okay, right, to feel closer to someone that isn't here with us.
Hmm.
But I'm glad that you learned that in treatment, that it's okay to feel, some type of way about it, but that it's okay to reconnect in a different way. So yeah, cooking, I'm glad you realized cooking is one of your coping skills. And now you're incorporating, that with your dad, which hopefully has made you feel less sad throughout this time.
Yes. Before I would just cry just randomly, and I just never knew why. And now that, you also mentioned the poetry part. I never thought I was good at it. And once I started just putting more emotion, like whatever I was feeling, I would just write poetry for my dad. And I have a couple here and there. So, it's just been really helpful.
That's good. And remember, what we talked about, if you ever feel the need to practice that coping skill during school, you are more than welcome to do that. We've made arrangements with your counselor at school to make sure that you're able to release those emotions if you really, really need it during class. So that way you're able to focus better. If you need 10 minutes, don't remember to go back to your counselor and always practice that, whatever you do at home. Maybe you just need to take deep breaths. Okay. All
Mhm.
right. We also talked a little bit about education, right? I remember you wanted to learn about, what was going on. You sounded really confused at the beginning about, what foster care was and what to do. Do you feel like you've learned about your situation a little bit more?
Yes, I feel more educated and just better about it overall.
Okay, good, good. I'm glad because that was part of my goal too, right? To make sure that you got the resources that you needed, that we talked about what happened. Sometimes it's scary to talk about what we went through, but sometimes it helps us understand what our life story is. And this is your story, and hopefully this gives you some type of motivation for the future. Maybe you can help other kids in the future that have been through what you've been through, right? Another thing, Kendra, I really, really wanted to highlight is your ability to want a future. I think that's great, especially with everything you have been through. It must have been really hard, to be in your situation. And I see that the homework assignments that we did have really paid off because one of the things I saw is you know, making sure that you create a future for yourself despite of what you've been through. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, so a little bit about that. Sorry, my puppy's in the background. I did walk her this morning, but she's still a little bit energized.
That's
Um,
okay. That's okay. I have dogs too, so it happens all the time.
Thank you. So I've been doing good. I've been keeping my grades up. I know I had a 3.0 GPA, and I've just been trying to keep that, a little bit, up there so I can do good and I can go to school after, high school. Taking my tests, just preparing and studying a lot. And, you know, just a little bit of everything. Um, Science is still my favorite subject. It's really really
Mhm.
good, and I get to learn a lot at school. It's just really helpful overall, and just working through just everything. I just really appreciate it. I thank you a lot. I didn't think it was gonna be possible, and we made it happen. So I'm pretty happy.
Good, good. And that's another strength I see. You're very dedicated. You're super dedicated. And I think that that's, great because now, I have seen a lot of motivation for you to want to do something with your life after high school. I know you talked about science and you told me you wanted to be a doctor. I definitely see that happening for you. And remember, you always have your support people that can pretty much help you get there, right? You have your teachers, you have your counselor. If you ever need me again, I'm more than happy to see you. And you have, your foster parents, even if you reunify again with your mother, I feel like those are going to be good supports for you. So always remember to reach out to them, your friends at school. I have seen you make more friends in treatment, so that's a very good sign. And just to wrap things up, I just wanted to see, this is just something I have to do. I know you never mentioned to me that you have harmed yourself or harmed other people or had any thoughts or intents to do so. Is that still the case, Kendra?
Yes, if that's still the case, so no thoughts, no current, issues. Um, but I feel safe enough with you that I know if I do have any problems, I can just,
Yes,
do
and you
the right.
have that crisis line number in case you ever need it, in case things don't go the way they're planned to be, you can always call that number. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much, Kendra. It was nice to work with you, and I really hope that you have a really good day and you have my contact information.
Thank you. Yeah, I do. I have it saved.
Awesome. You have a good day.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.